Marsha Dunn, Associated Press for Dr. Young. It's hard for me to know how quickly these pictures are coming down. How many would you estimate that have come down so far of the moon? And these luminous flashes on the surface, was that an actual meteor shower, do you think, or is it just your usual business of falling debris?
So the team, the FOD team, is working really hard to bring down the images as fast as they can. Of course, we also have other vehicle data that needs to come down as well. But the team is working really hard to try to get those images down and of course, get them out to you guys as well. We, as of the time I left Console roughly an hour ago, there was just over 50 gigabytes of data from yesterday that had come down. Of course, that's not, every image does not exactly have the moon in it, but it is taken from within the lunar observation period. So we're working really hard to get those down, as well as the audio files that the crew were taking. That's a really rich scientific data set because it captures the nuance of what the crew were seeing. You know, we heard a few of those per hour in those science situational reports you were hearing yesterday, but there are multiple hours of recordings of, meaty science observations, about 2/3 of which we've been able to get down so far, and our team has already been looking at that, those couple hours of transcripts and audio files. As for the impact flashes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we think they saw at least 4 and possibly up to 6 impact flashes. Again, I talked to them about that just this morning in the crew conference with them. I think, it's very early to tell, right? This happened less than 24 hours ago. Our teams are looking at it now, and spacecraft like the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter will be really helpful to try to help us narrow in on that. But the lunar environment is a dynamic place, and we have a lot to learn about it. LRO has returned a lot of information about the lunar environment, but observations like this are a critical part of our understanding, which will pay dividends for future surface exploration.
Great. With that, thank you for joining us today for our mission status briefing. We will have another briefing tomorrow. Until then, you can continue to follow along with the mission 24/7 on NASA's YouTube channel, and we will leave you with these beautiful images captured by Integrity.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Artemis Mission Control Room here at Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, where teams continue monitoring all systems and the crew aboard the Orion spacecraft, the first flight of humans on this spacecraft